team, no more, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I had no idea who I was at, so, yeah, she. I got sitting next to Gail?
Yes.
And then Vernon is playing for UCLA.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
tonight, waking
looking
up,
like a freaking,
like,
just,
your live ass, yeah, like,
Live.
my body would just like.
we're live.
Sit up.
Yeah.
Blood pressure.
Oh, where you do this?
Good to
How
see
your
you.
issues going
Tired.
today?
Tired. It was like, it's like.
We'll call the order at 6:03. Public comment.
I do have,
You do?
I do have one.
Fire away.
All right. We are working on the LBCA along with Wholesome Grounds and Local Roots are working on the 4th annual Mom and Pop Turkey Drop. And obviously all of you shall know what it is. I mean, it's nothing new. Only this year there is a new addition. Local Roots opened up in Perry. And so they are going to be doing Perry and Langsburg. So 100 turkeys over to Perry and 100 at Langsburg. So I am coming to the DDA tonight to ask if you would like to be a sponsor and help out. I can send you over info if you need it. The check would have to go to Jess at Wholesome Grounds. So, but I'm just helping them on sponsorships and stuff. So I would help. So I'm volunteering my lovely time.
So refresh me on what this turkey drop would be.
And so it's basically the local businesses. It's kind of been their thing that they've done is they've kind of helped together. And then the families that are in need, they give last year, I think they only did 100, right? If I'm
I
not
think so.
mistaken. And so they did 100 turkeys with sides. You can either contribute by doing canned items to help with the sides, or you can contribute money. It is a not cut off amount of money, so you can do whatever you feel you want to do. And then that will help with purchasing the turkeys or the sides that they need. And it goes back into our community, so it is a good thing for.
Can I ask a good question? What does it take? How much money does it take to feed families for Thanksgiving?
That I do not, I have. Yeah, I
We
don't.
did tell us at the LBCA meeting that the grocery store in Cary was giving them
Yeah.
cost.
Yes.
Goods and
Yeah.
turkeys and stuff, so
Yeah.
they were
So they're already gonna contribute some to the cause as well, so.
helping with that.
I
So
wonder
it's
because
just-
all these offers for $40 a whole Thanksgiving dinner with a turkey,
Well,
it beats 10.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. If the numbers were-
Nobody's making it, you're just giving the goods to them and they prepare it themselves.
Yeah,
So you give them canned goods and you give them a turkey and you give them, okay.
yes.
That's
Does
very
this kind of
nice.
go like coincide with the Lions Club?
The Lions Club is already prepared.
Right, that's what I was-
Prepared, yeah.
Right, I know that's.
This one is a non.
And I know the Lions have talked about, especially with this SNAP program possibly going out, that we do expect more people have a need. But it's free as well at the Legion. But
And they
it's prepared.
prepare, right.
Yeah.
And what day is that on?
It's on
Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving.
This is on Sunday
This is
before
the
Thanksgiving.
23rd.
Yeah, cause
Yeah.
they'll be
So they'll be-
preparing themselves.
And then get on the banner and stuff, it's November 7th, but if you contribute after November 7th, we'll still make sure that you're through the social media and everything, anything else that we do.
Is there a way that determines as to what people can get it? Or anybody can just go in and get it? You know, I just.
Yeah, it's first come, first served.
So anybody can go in there.
Right,
It's gonna actually be distributed in front of Wholesome Grounds.
Yeah, I've donated to it before too.
Yeah,
But
and
I was just trying to get more of the,
yeah. I don't
Logistics
think
to
that
the
there-
whole
I don't
thing.
think that there is like a
It's
cutoff.
not like the food.
No, I
that's
don't.
what I was.
There's
Yeah.
no red tape. Just show up and you get turkey.
local Ruth donates. We buy the turkeys and give those away, and then the money that is being raised, I think, is purchasing sides. And
Whatever, I mean.
I think I'd know more.
Will they, would they if they collect, I'm just throwing, if they collect $5,000 and would they spend all of that and make sure that it all went out, or how would they do that? If they collect $500, would they make sure? You don't know that either.
So I know last year they
That's just-
they
You
had
know what
to
I'm saying?
put money in, they didn't have enough, and I know people came up with money at the end, so I know they spent all the money last year.
So
Thank you
whatever
for
they
that.
get, they most likely will
We
spend.
don't spend.
And if
I
they
would-
don't, they probably would do it next year. I would think, like a
And carry it.
family reunion kind of a thing.
Okay.
I think they've ever had too much money.
No, that's never been an issue,
That's a
yeah.
good problem, man.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
I'm
believe
just
Jessica,
hoping because I
She's
know
not
that
putting
this
money in it,
year,
and
I
I
know
know
it's a
it's
lot
okay.
more with a lot of struggling and, and there's a lot, I know that some supporters aren't gonna be able to help, and so I told them that I would collaborate and we'll help one another, so I'm helping as much as I can.
Okay, up to you guys.
So I
Need a
just wanna
motion
bring that, you guys.
I'll send
know
a
if you
motion for
can.
that, for sure.
For an amount.
I don't know about that one.
500?
500 maybe?
Do you want me to text her now?
Yeah, would you do that? Yeah.
How much
There you
they actually can cost?
I don't know if they have levels, do they?
Well,
No.
John, how many turkeys are you? 200.
200.
So,
no, 100 for Langsford.
Yeah.
right,
And
what I'm getting at is, do they have an idea of what they're giving away to each family, like corn, box of stuffing, bag of potatoes?
It's all, it's all of that. It's a box
That's
of
what I was
potatoes,
wondering,
it's
so
a
it's kind of like
stuffing.
everybody that goes in and gets turkey, they're gonna be able to get this, and this.
Yeah, it's a bag.
Not
full
2
of-
bags of potatoes, and
Mm-mm.
it basically goes to the whole thing, which they'll get all of it.
Well, I remember
So-
Roy and Wendy up at the church and they went through and
Yeah.
boxed up one stuffing, one spring meat, kind of like that.
Yeah, you get a bag, paper bag of all of that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I was gonna mention that.
We used to do it downtown.
Well, we can
Oh,
have
because it's out there.
well, you can go, anybody can come.
Yeah.
And in reality, we are supposed to stay in our district.
Yeah,
Supposed to. It doesn't mean that we can't sponsor something in our district. So it could be sponsored in our district, just like your movies in the park or whatever, and other people still come and enjoy them and use them, whatever. And the money is, but the tax revenue that's being collected is being collected by TIF, and it's being collected in your area. So those people are the ones that are basically donating, okay? Just so everybody
It
understands.
used to be outside of his store, but now it's moved up to
Yeah.
there.
I had the same question.
It's a fine line.
Yeah, but I had the same question last meeting when we sponsored the photographer at the high school. That was outside our boundaries.
Didn't end up doing that.
We didn't? Okay,
Yeah, our boundaries in,
so we shouldn't do it this then either.
well,
mean, yeah.
it's a catch 22. It's not like we're going outside of our boundary to do it, as long as we make sure that at least if it is distributed in our boundary, that'd make it better. See what I'm saying? If it was, if whatever we're giving away, I know we're giving just money, but whoever's sponsoring this and trying to put it together to get it to people in our area, if it was done in our district, would be better.
Yeah.
In front of a business is fine, or anywhere in town, including City Hall. But it kind of should stay in our district,
I agree.
just because all
I believe.
the people who are donating, it's in our district, and we're not supposed to go outside of our district. We're not supposed to reach out beyond that.
Yep,
And there was something approved last month, but did not get used and aren't using it.
So that,
Take that back on.
you're talking about the homecoming thing?
Yeah.
So we did have Sam still go out there. Sam donated the $100 we said we'd pay her back to us and the school. So in all honesty, we should be giving the school $50. If that makes sense. Or not, or just do nothing. We can call it.
Well,
Nobody knows.
this school is in our district.
This.
The
yeah,
bit-
but
This is the high-
It was at the high
It
school.
doesn't matter if it's one, we can
Yeah.
use them all. In
Oh, I
a
see.
roundabout way, they can ship the money from here to wherever
Okay.
there, as long as we're giving it to someone's district, and the school is next. Well, that's not, that's fine line. And this really isn't either, as long as, let's just say it's getting distributed from,
That's what I was gonna say. So are we too late in the process to move the location of the distribution?
Yeah,
Or-
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
because there's a big freeze.
And they did it last year down there.
Yeah.
At Harry as well.
Personally, I don't think we need to, much as, you know.
then I would lean towards that, but what we would do is say, we would be interested in helping, but these are our limitations. The limitation is just that. So if it could be set up next year in a different manner, then we could help.
Okay, that's fine.
So we'll just let hers die for lack of.
Or
Yeah,
we didn't
makes
get-
sense.
That's fine.
Okay, so just return to them with that.
Okay.
Do we have it?
She hasn't replied, so.
No.
Yeah.
Do you have a public comment that you'd like?
No.
No? Ma'am, would you like a, help?
Donna,
Donna?
no, I have some questions. I would like to just quickly with someone go over the grant money for facade. Fixing.
So there's a set of rules that we have that you can get from the city. But basically, anyone in our district again, which if you were in our district, are a taxpayer. You can improve your property exterior wise and apply for basically, we call it a grant, but it's to get money back, but you're gonna need receipts, and whoever did the work, you pay for it up front, and then you get money back in return for up to $5,000 or 70% of whatever your project is.
You have to bid it out, you can't just pick two.
Correct, and you can actually do the work yourself too, but you need receipts showing what you spent.
And then you need 3 bids.
Or you get 3 bids, and you still have the right to pick whatever bid you do, not have to pick the cheapest, you not pick the highest, if that's up to you again. But what the DDA is basing it on is your final bills, and like I said, up to $5,000 or 70% of your project. So painting, windows, siding, front door.
I need to pull all those sandstone bricks off the front of my building that used to be balanced. Because
Okay,
they're cracking and the sidewalk is cracking on the ground. It's heavy. And what's behind that are cinder blocks. And it's gonna take a lot more than $5,000. It's probably gonna cost that much just to get rid of the stuff. Is there anything else that you're aware of? That could help me?
I mean, the match.
Match on Main.
And how much is that?
It's 25,000.
Do you have to you have to spend a certain amount of your own money though?
2,500.
2,500.
Is that it?
And you have to spend it all up front, and that's a
The reimbursement.
reimbursement as well. And it's something that you apply for, and then you're in a pool, and the decisions aren't made here.
They're not made
about
by
that,
us,
yeah.
they're made by the county,
We only decide
The county,
what
The
to,
state, actually.
or the state, I'm sorry.
we only decide what 1 or 2 we're putting forward, depending on what they allow.
Do you know what the application dates are?
They let us know. We never know. They just send us an email saying.
Because nothing would get done until spring, summer anyway. So
Yeah.
I just kind of,
My guess is
plan.
it'll be, they're only doing them once a year now, so. Who knows, well, but once we know, then we send it out to all the businesses. So they get you'll get an email that says, hey, apply for this, and then that's when you go through and apply for it.
technically, there isn't a business there right now. It's not building. Right, that was planned. You use half of it for a business. So would I still get something?
You have to be a business. You do, but if you're opening a business or if you want a business in there, if you're in the first year, then you just have to have a business plan. That's what they require if you're just opening a business, if you don't already have an established business, it's less than your own.
It's gonna be the life of you.
It's me, because I jump every time it happens.
Diet freak, diet.
Why I sit on this side break.
And
So
the,
those are a couple of options that you have.
the baseboard facade grant information is on our website under the DDA. It's got all the rules and everything on there too. Look at all the notes. But yeah, we let you know when the match on name, with all businesses.
And we usually vote on them before the last meeting in March.
That's if they do it at the same time, because last year was, oh, you mean the facade? Yes, March is, yeah. Is the deadline.
So you have to have them in before then we put them together and vote on whoever is, we're gonna, go ahead and approve. And then you can do your project and you have to get it done in that year, and then you get your money back as soon as the project's done and inspected.
So the match on Main though is there's stricter criteria for how it's done.
Correct. Yeah. And there's she can point you towards all the information for that.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
Google match on Main.
Yep.
It'll bring it up and it'll have all it might even have the date. New people are spending the money, so it's kind of different.
Yeah, we have a new-
Changed stuff, so.
Some of the stuff has changed, although we are kind of in a good spot because we're certified, our town is certified, so it does help.
Yeah.
With
We
getting,
can apply for it.
Yeah.
Other counties can't, or our
Yeah.
other towns can't, and are certified, or are seated.
and we. Or? Receive,
We're running out of businesses to actually apply for it.
I think we've said either 4 or 5.
Yeah, I know, which is
Then-
really,
Yeah,
yeah.
so we've done really well to get help.
Well, that goes to my other question, which is, has it ever been looked into, to see if we can get any money for streetlights downtown? There's like 4 lights in that pole.
Yeah, more than what we have.
Yeah, they must have taken out the other ones at some point when they redid the sidewalk, and I have no idea when that was. But they're not evenly spaced, it's really dark down there in the evening. And like, as it goes on here, it's getting darker earlier and earlier. And, I know that Owasso got a bunch of money.
city first with that.
Owasso got money for that. And the Owasso DDA was dealing with getting new lights, which they did, actually. I think they got,
I know consumers had a plan years and years ago to help cities out to put in lighting, but this was all done basically on our own. Any of the lighting that was done when the poles and stuff were taken out. So if there's more that need to be put in, it would probably still have to go through the city in some way, shape or form,
so city council first.
most likely.
I think it would improve the look of the downtown a great deal. Well, I live right there and I can tell you, it's dark and hot. And, it would make it more appealing as people came through town. I know it's not a throughway for a lot of traffic, but,
Kind of, I mean, people travel right through there.
well, people that live here.
Well, I mean, even going through, I mean. I think
Right,
it's, yeah,
I know, I hear
Hard
that
traffic.
traffic starting about 5 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning. So, and then the school thing and, yeah, but, a lot of that in daylight.
Okay, anything else? No? DDA minutes, let's get those approved.
I have, go ahead.
You go.
I have a minor correction.
A minor correction.
Yep, on under other. I only volunteered to get some estimate on the engineering costs of what a parking lot would be, so.
So, Don,
What?
you'll take and cross out that and then replace it with being revised as only.
Engineering thoughts.
Okay.
So what had been written,
It has to be physically
Yeah.
crossed out and then written.
And
on
then
the actual
help me out
paper.
with what page this is.
It's under other,
Yeah,
That's at the bottom,
page 4.
the last.
Item 1, page 2.
This right here. Motion made by Liskey, second by Liskey, the estimate for the parking, is that it, right?
Yep.
The budget
So you just
envelope,
cross
mhm.
out parking lot and put. Um. Well, we'll say motion made by Liskey to. Update the. Minutes. Works.
That's it,
Correct.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, update the minutes,
Yes, and then cross that out and put what he.
is there any other
I have a
correction?
question.
Go ahead.
So in other, it says budget was off by $1,000 for Music Fest. City paid deposit of $1,000, but I don't see where we voted.
I think that was
For the-
the month before, correct?
For
So
this-
so the month before, they did the motion and then people were questioning the budget.
Right,
last month.
right. So last month there was a motion to approve $2,200 for the bands for Summerfest. Prior to that, there was no money allocated for band that was
Right.
voted on. But we've spent $2,200 and then there's another $1,000. So this would have had to been $3,200 in order to cover this $1,000 as well.
Oh, so you're saying there's. a need-
I'm saying
I
for
think
sure.
that would be corrected.
Yeah, I need that to be, I need to know, was it voted on? I didn't have time to watch the video yet. Was it voted on? Was there a motion in a vote? Or do we just need to vote on it today? Because I need to write the check. We've spent $2,200 without the $1,000.
It's how much was the music total? You know?
I
It's
brought all the figures
$3,200.
last time.
So we had
And it
$1,000
it
for the
was-
deposit.
Okay, so the budget that he gave us when we started was $2,400 and I brought it when I came last month.
And we went
And-
3 grand.
And we went, and I
still-
said, okay, I'll get sponsors, so we went to 3 grand. And it went 2,000 to Global Village and $500 to Tad, and then $500 to the other band, but then I took $200 out of my money that we had left over and had him do 3 hours as opposed to the 2 hours. So I think that we paid $3,200 and 200 of it came out of my money that I had.
So
set aside.
3,000 total. should be-
3,200.
3,002, yeah, so in,
But then I got $600 back.
Right.
right,
So in essence, we spent $2,600 for music. and that.
So then we need
Is what I,
the 22, so we
You
need
need $400.
$400. Now.
yeah, so, yeah,
okay, so you agree that that you spent $1,000 for Global Village, they wrote a check for $1,000.
Oh, I agree,
Yeah.
100%. What I have here is a budget of $2,200 for band. We've spent $2,200 for band, and I have a request for another $1,000. I understand that there's sponsorships.
Yeah.
But, and the sponsorships in the big bucket offset that. But the reality is I need to write another $1,000 check, and I don't have $600 in the bank for these sponsorships yet.
So we have,
So we really,
we have 200 in, which was the LBCA.
Yep.
We just got a check,
Another
200
200.
from, Dan.
Yep, and then
And then we got
$100
$100
for Frank's.
And I still owe.
And then, so
Yeah.
that'll be the 600.
I think to make this right, we have to vote that we're gonna have a $3,200 budget with the expectation of $600
Coming
in,
in.
coming in. Because the reality is, I'm writing a check for $3,200 and I want that covered.
Yeah, and we don't have checks.
And we don't have,
To-
like, if that 600 was already in the bank, I would be like, okay, well, I can make some notes on here, but reality is it's not. So I would like us to vote that the budget for the bands
Let's change
is
the budget.
$3,200, and then we keep note that we're gonna have band sponsorships of $600, and I'll calculate that we've taken that in.
So she's making a motion.
I'm making a motion
There you go.
that we raise the Summerfest band budget to the $3,200 that we've spent. And then we leave a line item showing that we have band sponsorship of $600 that are coming in. And we'll track that.
Is that an amendment to the minutes or is that?
I actually,
So it's a new.
it's a new motion.
A new
But
motion,
I-
but it
sorry,
should
it
amend.
came in at the minutes because I was trying to verify that $1,000. So it would be a new motion.
So we are going to X the motion that was in the minutes.
There's no motion in there. It's just a comment that it has to be paid, but that there was a deposit of $1,000. There's no motion in there. That was my,
No, there isn't. Budget was off by $1,000, so there is no motion.
unless we,
It's in the
Like
minutes.
you did it the month before.
no, oh, actually, there is up
Number 4.
farther. Number 4 is
Yep.
the $2,200 for the band.
Oh, okay.
So the minutes, the motion,
Anytime you
But
do a
the
new
next-
motion for the same thing, it erases the last motion. Like even if it's like that motion that was done last month, you're re-motioning, so it's, that one's done. You re-motioned for the same thing. So
Can we
that-
do it inside the accepting of the minutes? Is
No,
it-
it would be a new motions for.
So we should be
these
doing it.
So I move we accept the minutes as amended. So we can get beyond.
Yeah.
yes,
That's,
and a second,
Yeah.
and a second. All in favor?
Okay, so what am I writing down now? So,
Well,
let's
Would
see.
be motion to approve the minutes with.
With an
As amended.
So we can be done with
Gail
those
second.
minutes.
Yeah.
Be on with new
And
minutes.
Gail second.
Got it.
Go ahead and do your treasurer's report now then. Let's see if we can amend that.
perfect. Let's do it. Okay, so currently our running balance in there, our current balance is 173,616.80. This month, really was just checks coming in and, checks clearing the bank and an interest deposit of 154.26. Then the next page has our, current spend against the budget. And at the bottom of that, I've been adding all of the things that have been approved since the budget was created. And any questions?
I don't have a question on what you presented. I have a question related to the comment about streetlights. If the city council approves looking into additional streetlights, is it proper that or appropriate that this money could be used for that? If it came back and everybody was on board, is that?
If that's a project.
If it's a project
Yeah.
that we end up taking on and the city can come to us for help with that
Yeah.
project.
All right,
Yes.
that's all I
There's
just,
It's not multiple
things.
products, yeah, wouldn't matter,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
As long as it's in the district.
once in our district, yep. Any other questions on the,
I have a question on the pocket park. So this $19,000, that was what was budgeted?
That's the balance from the year prior.
Okay, And then this number over there, the 3,000, is that's what we've spent this year?
That's what we've spent this fiscal year against that.
I've got a bunch more.
He has. he
No, I
has
know.
bills, but-
I was just kind of wondering
Yeah.
where we
Can
were.
imagine.
All that was.
Yeah, I was like-
concrete, though.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
that's
cheap.
what we've spent so far.
The rest is on my cuff right
That's
now. Yeah. But I think what we have here with the 19 left over should more than cover that. So,
That's where I was kind of wondering where we were at.
and we'll catch up to that here later. So can we accept these as they're written? All in favor? Anyone opposed? All right, now make your quick motion right now.
I'd like to make a motion that we change the budget for the Summerfest 25 bands to be 3,200 instead of $2,200.
One second.
Sure, then I have a question. Where will the $600 show up on this?
It's gonna show up as income in the top.
Okay, so it'll show up here where it
It
says.
will, yep. I had it down here because I was just trying to figure it out when I started making these notes.
To this 2452, it'd be going in that category.
2452.
It says major revenue Summerfest.
Yes, yep.
24.
It would go up there.
Okay.
And we could even call it out as, see that was revenue. It could be called out just as what it is, a Summerfest band sponsorship.
Mhm.
And the money next to that. I can make multiple line items. I feel like it should be separate because revenue is, the money that we actually took in
But
versus.
it's still
this-
valid because
Well, I'm fine either way,
Yeah.
whatever we want,
So
but if
that
we
makes
want the band specifically called out, so we know next year. We had a $3,200 budget, but we got $600. I mean, to me, I'm
It's easier
thinking,
to see. it
next
that
year
way.
when I am presenting a
Yeah.
sample budget, I'd like to. Be able to identify that we had $600 of that 32 that was sponsorship specifically for bands.
I agree.
Okay.
so that.
I think
is-
that's a good idea, because then we'll know next year when we go looking at it, that what net up together is really what we paid.
We have a motion to make it for
Yeah, for
$3,200
Rosemary, yeah.
in a second.
Second.
I'll move that over.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Ooh, we got through that. DDA sign rules.
You guys wanted some rules on the sign, so I put together this. You can change it, you say no, go back to the drawing board, whatever you want.
Are we talking, what sign are we talking?
Your guys'
Okay, okay.
How many like the sign?
It's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, I like that, for sure. Yep.
I don't like that they have the DDA meeting on the other one.
Yeah,
Oh, no, you know what it's
We're
saying.
just looking at. To see what.
So basically, all this is a format for what because they've been inundated with what can go on the sign. And so now we got to put a little rule or two out there saying what can. And we're not gonna do basically any advertising for any business, so then that way we don't come into.
Can we advertise for like churches, nonprofit organizations?
I think it says it in there for.
Okay, I didn't read it,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. read it.
I'm just helping you out, Mike. It's right there.
Like we,
Somebody
like
read
if
it
there's a new
somebody.
business that comes to the town. we'll
Yes,
say
I agree.
welcome.
And we'll do a welcome for a new business, yes, also, but we're just not going to advertise for any specific business, even if they pay, well.
So can you we're gonna have our ribbon cutting on the November 8th. Is that something that could go on a sign for that day?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or something, or that
Yeah.
whole week?
Yep.
That'd be cool.
So it says here is, or registered nonprofits that are open to the public. Does the LBCA fall in this area here? I
You're
guess.
nonprofit, right?
Yeah, they're nonprofits. Michigan nonprofit. But
Oh,
it's
yeah, I
not
can
necessarily
declare
open,
that.
I guess it's open to anyone
Right.
now, because you can be a community member or a business, so I guess it is kind of open to everyone. That was when I was kind of,
Yeah, it's just not for private business to do advertising.
Yeah.
Basically.
So when she's asking if their ribbon cutting to be posted on there, it's falls into the can be used for because the DDA is participating in that, like, because I don't see where it's. I don't see where we say businesses. It is an okay thing for the sign to be used for.
so I know that she's an LBCA member and we are sponsoring it. so
Oh,
I feel like
LBCA sponsoring, so it's an LBCA
That
event.
particular one is, I know.
Okay,
I
that's-
think most of the.
Most of them we do,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
So
So,
that
wait a
was
minute,
like
I guess
wel-
I-
Welcoming.
Yeah, that's what I
welcoming
was just gonna say,
business.
so like, you can welcome a business if it's a new business. So would that fall on anything? Would it matter if I was part of the LBCA?
Where does it say you can welcome a business because it's a new business?
I didn't say I read it, I
I
just.
think we had-
What we
Read it,
talked
but I
about.
didn't read
That's
it.
the motion last week or last month.
Right,
I'm only reading literally.
and then we were going through what can be and what
Right.
can't be on the side, and we all agreed new business to say welcome them and all that was okay.
You said it.
You said it, but
Didn't put it
it's
in
not.
I don't see it on
Yeah.
there, so.
It's not in there. Probably should go under that community greeting area.
Yeah.
So we can accept these as they're written, just put in that we'll welcome a new business if it happens to come there.
Promoting a new business.
Correct. I know she said, she told me.
Yeah, I know.
She
I'm
was gonna
like-
put on.
$100,000.
We wanna accept these as they're written with. That clarification. We're gonna accept these, except for she's gonna put in that we will. Welcome. And Mike's making the motion, Don is doing the second,
Yep.
and we all agree. We're all in favor, correct? Anyone opposed? Oh, there, you got that one taken.
You've done this for a while, haven't you?
About to not be doing it much longer. Motion to approve extra $200 for Halloween movie.
So we, of course, they upped the movie prices for the Halloween movies. And we did have an extra movie that we've got rained out. They're only gonna let us get half the amount of money instead of the full amount, which we can reuse next year. So I was like, well, we're not wasting the whole movie and only getting half, so ended up being $4. It compared to losing a whole, pretty much whole movie.
And what does that pay for? I'm just asking because I have no idea. The movie, and then does somebody go out there and set it up? Does,
No, nobody gets paid to do that.
You have
Okay.
to, if you show
Well,
up in public.
you
pay for
do,
it, or
but
you're.
I say
you'll
that's
get
the-
fined.
That's like the
Oh.
commercial licensing
Yeah,
of it.
yeah.
oh.
You can't show
Basically,
it.
you have to buy the movie
Got it,
Crazy,
I
dude.
got
Pay
it.
crazy.
You
to
think?
be able to show it.
And I have
Wow.
Even for free.
Like your
To be able to
utility
show
bills.
A
Crazy.
racket.
So even
Yeah,
if
that
they're not
sounds
charging, you
right.
still have to pay.
Interesting, okay.
So I'll make a motion that we increase the movie for Halloween to $600 from the $400.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
So I'm gonna
City
put-
property between Lang and Roosevelt.
Wait a second, am I going back to the 200? I'm crossing that off and saying 6 now,
Okay,
right? Is that what you guys want?
It's
It's a new motion.
a new
It's a
motion.
new motion, got it, new motion. Okay. Got it, done.
Okay, item 5, I asked this to be on the agenda, because this is a a request from Dawn a long time ago that we look at, somehow creating a parking space behind their businesses, behind your business. And, talked to Greg about it, and everybody said, well, it's gonna, we gotta get it engineered, so it seemed to be like stopped at that point. So at the last meeting, I asked for permission to ask some engineers how much it would cost for engineer. And I think it's around $10,000 for a topographical survey, a design survey, and then permits from the County Drain Commission. And I'm no expert at all this, I'm just trying to move it along because some businesses have asked that this be considered by the city council and the DDA. As I understand it, the money that the DDA has could be used for something like this, I'm not sure. That's why it's on the agenda. Now, I've also heard, and again, I'm not an expert on this, that perhaps millings could be used instead of asphalting the whole thing. And that water permeates through the millings and therefore it could be classified as maintenance or something. Dave would be better to ask. So whether or not this discussion continues is really up to the businesses and the rest of you. I just wanted to, I felt that it's appropriate for the DDA to discuss at least one time. And then, as I understand, the DDA, if wanted to go forward, could make a recommendation to the city council. And then the city council could decide what they want to do. So I think it's, that's really, really all I have to say.
Does the master plan have that piece of property in the master plan, or is that out from the master plan? It's in,
We're right in
The new-
middle, so
I was gonna say,
we're in the middle of it.
well, I consider it to be new since 10 years ago, right?
We're doing one right now. It's
Right.
brand new.
But I'm saying the new one, which I consider to be new,
Yeah.
was 10 years ago, so that's what they're rewriting.
Yeah.
But it was in the one then. And what was it? Do you know what it was? I mean, a library thing was always talked
I
about.
talked.
Farmer's
years
market
ago.
was talked about, I mean, years ago, in that location.
What, I mean, from what I can gather, it was bought by the city to clean it up. Because there were. Just to have green space that we bought, took care of. And then, I don't know, I don't know. I can't find anything that when they originally bought it, cleaned it up, that there was actual plans for it. There's been plans talked about it through the years.
Right.
And when we get to that part in the planning or in the master plan, they'll ask, what do you want to do with this? I mean, we're just starting that part right now. The millings part, I do believe is against our ordinance or our zoning ordinance or any, what it businesses that we're gonna use that parking lot. It's against our zoning. So that would have to also go to planning to be able to do that. It would have to, yeah,
Okay,
to agree to do that.
but I'm assuming that in the engineering of it, it would all end up with curb and gutter and storm sewer going to its proper place.
It would most likely have to do some other stuff.
And would that go from where the old buildings up to where the old buildings used to be in that area, or would it go all the way?
They own all the way we own all the way
Right.
to the trees.
Right,
And it goes, it's really weird, like Jen's property is like a weird cockeyed property, yours is too, it's like all weird. Yeah, and I think where Budnick put in, it might be like where the property line is, like right there, where that part
Where
is
he paid that
his.
piece, you mean?
Yeah,
Be closed.
yeah, it's close in there, we'd have to have it, I mean, we did have it surveyed, but then all the stuff got knocked down, so we would have to.
As I remember it, when Jen got her grant and she came in with her person and stuff, there was talk at that point about that area.
There was talk, yes, but nothing much
Was-
further than just discussing having, I know they, at one time they discussed, having a drive where people could drop off.
And they were
Just
saying it was a
pave that
safety
in.
issue, that would be a good thing to have. Is for the, to drop their kids off.
Yeah, that, we've talked about that as far as, because there is cut area down at the end of Roosevelt where you could actually go on into that property where it's already cut to drive in.
Curb cutting.
Yes. So, but there isn't anything on the other side, so, they talked about, what direction they would go and, but
So that would be that would be a large amount of engineering probably. I mean, you've gotten a rough guesstimate on getting it started, I'm sure. But to actually engineer the whole project, I'm sure would end up, I don't know either.
Yeah.
I did go down, and counted the vehicles that were parked down there during the day. I counted every single one of them, and then I went out and counted every single parking spot on Roosevelt Road. And there was 9 parking spots left if those vehicles were all parked. 9 left over if the vehicles were all parked on Roosevelt Road. On pavement.
What time was that?
In-
What time of day?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what time of day was
What time of
that?
day, right?
Just asking.
Like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's-
so I think, like, for a real.
I'm talking
count-
about the ones that were just
Sure,
parked, not
yeah.
ones that are moving.
and
around.
that's true,
Just-
100%, but that is 1
But if you're
o'clock.
looking at like a
Yeah.
Friday, I think evening or a Saturday, like, those are
Yeah.
probably our busy times where you have,
Not mine,
Well, not
you're only Monday through Thursday.
oh, Thursday, okay. So maybe it's Thursday, maybe it's when my folks are there on Thursday and your folks are there on Thursday. You're open on Thursday.
Yeah.
Like, it's at that,
But Aaron has open.
and then Aaron.
Right.
Those are
Oh,
awesome.
Tired.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like 20 employees he
Yeah,
has that are all
So
parked.
maybe it's a
there.
Thursday, but it's full a lot.
What are you talking this for? Not
The
Roosevelt.
road, the road,
Okay.
well, I mean, Roosevelt Road, since Tanks and since, well, now Two Dog isn't there at the moment, but with, when Frank opened, I mean, people are, I mean, and that's great. I mean, we've already discussed that, when you're in East Lansing, you gotta park and you walk
Yeah,
far,
you
you know
walk
what I
far.
mean? So I'm just saying though, right around the salon, since, Frank's opened up, that gets packed on a Friday night. and Saturday.
On a Friday night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thursday,
But
Friday.
how about during the day? I mean, anytime during the day.
It's mostly Aaron's people during the day.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Well, that's all the
Park back
cars I
there.
counted, cause I come up and talked to her, I said, well, where are these, I mean, weren't even open. And there was
It's full.
15 or 16 cars that were parked back there. So you don't employ 15 or 16 people. She doesn't employ another 6 or 8, and there's no one at her building at all. So it has to be coming from some other.
His is
location.
during the day for
Sometimes
sure.
Mine are sometimes mine are during the week too. I mean, so some of them could have been my folks if it's been
Mhm.
over the past month. I've had a lot
And
of
it's never
weekday
night.
ones, so.
Mine park in the road or right behind the shed.
I feel like the time is 4 o'clock, isn't it? It seems like,
We get pretty busy about 4.
I think that's when you should go out there.
Yeah.
But no different than it was up here, correct? I mean, you do the same timing and all that.
That's what I'm wondering, cause I mean, now it's like. When Jen's there, the parents wait for their kids and they're like back to back. So I don't know, I'm confused on how they even parked up by the hardware by you up there.
they went and parked somewhere else instead.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, unfortunately, we have a parking lot over there that I could have sat at, but, yeah, I mean, that's, I think, what are you, like, 4 to,
8:30, 8:45.
where people are just sitting in their cars in parking spots.
I know when Two Dogs opened and would be open and busy, that whole thing was full.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were a little concerned then, actually, because then there was nothing left on Roosevelt Road and they were.
Yeah, they were literally, cause
Yeah.
I watched it and then went and paid attention and then counted, and every space was pretty much full. Now, there's another parking lot right here, but you have to walk, across less than a half a block. And then there's another parking lot over here that you have to walk less than a half a block. I mean.
And then a brand new one.
And then, yeah, now there's another new one here, and then, there's one behind the other two tavern. I mean, there's, in my opinion, there's plenty of parking. Mine's just one opinion, but there's plenty of parking. Now, is there no parking when the movie in the park is here, or they have yeah, pretty much, but hopefully we don't pave, all the way out to Langsburg Road and use it once every week to get 300 more parking spots that never get used during the day. I mean, you can spend so much money, there's no tax revenue coming in on a parking. And never will be. There's maintenance only, period. And it's continuous. I personally think that if someone wants to try to do a parking lot, those businesses who are affected by it need to go to the city council and say, we're really affected by this. We need better parking and we're willing to help somehow.
And I don't think anybody, for me, it doesn't affect me at all. But when we talk about the downtown area, trying to bring people in and things like that, that's all I think of the parking lot or more spaces for parking, but they're not coming in because we don't have all of our buildings full. You know what I mean? So when we do have all the buildings full, I think that that's something we should talk about for the future for sure,
I mean, my car wash gets used as an entire parking lot when
Yeah.
I am a parking lot, which whatever, it is what it is. They're only here for a week and that's part of being in that location. You're gonna get hammered on that one.
Your spot is used for a parking lot at nighttime all the time.
Yeah, for
Absolutely.
sure.
Well, like, I mean, I think too, everybody wants.
But I
to
can put
be
no
the
parking
closest they
signs all
can
over out
to,
there.
you
What
know,
good is
to
that?
everything that's
Yeah.
going on.
I'm not gonna do
Winterfest.
that.
I came to Winterfest last year and the town was full. Parking, people are parked all over the place.
Right down the street.
I went right behind Tanks, found a parking spot. There was like 5 of them. I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, well, this is cool, so I just pulled in.
Walking
people
does
would be
stink.
to where the action is,
And
but
it's bad, like even when we go to a ball game out to the high school, I mean, you guys been there. How much parking's there? I mean, they're parked all the way up on the grass, all the way out to the
Woodbury
road and
Yeah.
beyond. Why? Because they're all there at the same time.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
the rest
when-
of the time, the parking lot works.
I think when the restaurant opened and the dance studio opened, I think that there was concern.
Sure.
I
for
don't
sure.
know if your folks have complained, my folks have not, I haven't had a single complaint from a
Okay.
customer.
I don't have any
Uh,
complaints at all.
And I don't know if your
I haven't
customers are
had
complaining.
complaints, But I just know that when the snow flies.
Yeah, that's gonna be a different story.
But hopefully then they'll just park on West Milton,
Right.
like,
Well, and
I think
and
they're-
the city has
I
in the
think-
past plowed that, like, when the recycling was back there, they plowed that area. I don't know if
grassy
that's. What's that?
the grassy area.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't
like,
think that's a
up
plan
to-
this
I
year.
think it was up to the grassy area
Yeah.
and they plowed like behind our building and behind
And
Dawes
it's
and.
not a general parking lot for us, so if you guys see it, just text us. It slips our mind. It's not,
Yeah, so
you know,
I mean,
it's not a. top
You
of
will-
our mind
you'll pave that?
Parking lot.
No, park.
Wow, I mean,
Yeah.
what?
yeah, I think, I
Yeah,
mean,
we
to
do.
me, if
We
that
do and we
gets
remember.
plowed.
It's just not.
Sure.
a major
Yeah.
parking
You're still
lot.
taking your own chance going in there.
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
we
yeah,
want to
Forget
do that.
stuck.
If you don't have 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
And that's the main reason that we plow to where we do is so when the frost hits, them spots will harden, so we're
Right.
not getting stuck.
Jen, is your back of your building, your parking lot for your piece of is that done, finished up?
Yeah, we won't do any more.
So you're not gonna, you probably don't own any more there or whatever, right? Whatever's done is done on yours.
We own approximately the grass, I think.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Show the grass.
It's like a weird,
It's like
not like straight back and, yeah.
But whatever you're doing or have done is pretty much you're done. You're not gonna pave a little pie or something.
There is no money left.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Barely got the patio.
Yeah, Yeah, and I don't know if Aaron has complaints from his customers, but I think we were
so.
worried to begin
Yeah.
with. I know
Yep.
we talked, we were a little bit worried,
Mhm.
especially with, two new venues going in. But I
It's
I
been
haven't had a
fine.
single complaint. And I think come winter, if we're able to have that plowed,
That'd be
behind there.
I didn't think that was an
Um,
option.
I
That's
will bring you
wonderful.
cookies.
Don't
forget
Watch out.
they get all the cookies.
The city, we will take turns.
I guess,
Give you all the messages.
I guess, John, as far as, I would still take it to city council. And let's see what they say and where it goes with them. I don't think that there's no one sitting here, I mean, I'm not gonna speak for everyone, but there's no one sitting here that's literally saying, we won't listen to the city if they come to us and need some help. With whatever it is.
Willing to help and not put the whole thing.
But,
in
yeah.
the-
I just,
You know, to get all the work done on it beforehand, that's.
to me, it's a lot of, I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of money.
Yeah.
For us to really do anything with it, I mean, I wouldn't wanna go out and spend anything on engineering, especially if it doesn't go, it's gotta go through the city first. And they gotta say, hey, yeah, there's enough interest here. We need to look at this and then maybe come back to us and say, hey, how about you help us out somehow? So that's what I'd do.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
So we heard some chatter that they were gonna start ticketing cars that were in the grass.
What?
No, we were just gonna actually block it, the grass area so that people couldn't park there anymore. Because we let, all your construction people, we kind of said, yeah, go ahead and whatever. So not ticketing, just like we were gonna rope it off so that people know that's not a parking. It's not a parking lot.
Okay,
And it's basically.
if
bud
that's
fix.
gonna,
people
if
better.
it's gonna happen, I just wanna warn them.
Oh, yeah.
Say, hey,
Well, I drove by there tonight after I went and got my pop, and there was a lot of people behind, but like you said, there was a lot of spots. On Roosevelt Road.
Roosevelt Road
Wasn't even a quarter full.
is usually open during the day. Well, most of those cars are there during the day. And I understand the restaurant business comes in maybe 5-ish or 4-ish. Older people try to park as close as they can. I understand that too. Same with like when you go to the school, there's not enough parking for older folks that need it. And for them to walk to the girls softball game, it's not possible. A lot of them can't come because they can't get that far.
Yeah.
Well, in our case, if we leave those spots open where people can walk, leave the spots open for the people who can't, it works out better that way. We did years ago, redo a lot of the handicaps to put in more for those. Because when we originally did the whole new streets, scape out there and took out the angle parking on the other side, and then we brought it back. There wasn't enough for handicap, and now there's a lot more than there was. And that other parking lot is easily accessible. I mean, you're walking across that piece of grass that can't be more than the length of the building, so whatever that is,
I think.
to that parking lot.
Most of our folks that are dropping kids off are pulling in behind Aaron, dropping them at the back patio, and then they're looping up where the curb is cut.
It's cut.
Yep, so they're going a little through the grass and then they're taking a right on Roosevelt Road and going out that way. I think is what's happening.
And that's the way I go in. I go in through that little curb and go behind the shed.
But
So what's the
most
issue
years,
with
probably,
in the grass?
probably
Yeah,
aren't parking there.
I gotta
Wait.
be the-
yeah.
They probably have 3 or 4 cars that are like a second row behind that row that lines right up to the grass. And that's like one night a week, that's especially busy for us, but.
I know that my folks park over on that side and I'm not positive where, well, I think the gravel used to go farther too, but I think some of the grass is creeping into the gravel area.
Well, it used to be
So-
gravel parking lot because Wilds owned the building and it was parking.
Yeah, so,
Or
but
his
what I
stuff.
don't know is, what's the issue? Why are we roping it off? What's the issue if they're,
Because
On
it's not a
grass.
parking lot.
Well, I think that's, so if they start getting stuck down there and they call the city to come get them out of there, or, I mean, it could
Is that
turn into. Not yet.
Because we've never let anybody park there and we did when
We
that
have
was.
had ruts that were left there from cars pulling out, and that really messes up a lawnmower tire and it's slaying into, we don't know what's there.
Well, once it freezes too, it's gonna be. It'll be interesting to see now that you're down there a winter. A whole winter through there and see what happens. But I still think, take a city council, let them see what they say, and then, like I said. They can come to us anytime they want, if they need help.
And when you say block off the grass, I just wanna make sure, you're not talking about where Rosemary's people are parking, you're talking behind her, where the.
Just where the city parking lot. Or
Guess
what-
I'm not
For the city,
sure.
so,
Property.
so there's, we need to have grass,
Yeah,
not that. Then
Right.
there's gravel,
right,
and then there's grass beyond towards the
Yeah.
car wash,
Right.
is I think
Areas
where they're
with that.
talking about. blocking
so
it.
that, so your people could still park back there, but just not on the other side.
Right, but right now, they do park on the other side, just similar to Jen's and mine, they both park back there.
Oh,
A lot of them park on Roosevelt, so it's with that too. 'Cause they're-
Yeah, they do. They park all over the place.
Like you said,
So-
East Lansing, you can build all the parking you want and they'll still gotta park somewhere else. when they're
Gotta walk.
full. You got 100,000 people. Okay.
Yeah, my only objective was to allow the businesses that are there. Opportunity to say what they want.
Yep.
It's their tax dollars that go into this fund and so.
I do think it would be beautiful and it would
Yeah,
be
me too.
nice, but
Right.
I don't know if that's where we wanna spend all of our money when we don't have complaints, but we might start getting them if they can't park where they're parking now. And that might be a different story if that's roped off.
Or if that, the new cafe gets really busy, cause like when Two Dog was really hopping. We weren't down there yet, we hadn't moved yet.
And Roosevelt Roll was packed on them,
Was packed at night and
At
most of
night,
our
yeah.
people are at night.
right?
So. That's the only, that would be a concern for me.
Will be interesting to watch.
And the proper place to voice those concerns would be at city council.
Yeah, get started there and then,
Yeah.
like I said, they come to us if they need help and.
I guess
See
it,
how it goes.
yeah.
Next.
Yeah.
and if it gets roped off, right? If it's roped off, then we'll have a,
That'll be the city council.
yeah, the city council. Okay.
Summerfest committee. Who is on the committee?
You, Michael?
I thought so.
Probably me.
I think, yeah.
Yep. So they wanted to start talking about it this month, for next year. So I put it on.
Well, to me, to make the Summerfest go. Last year, we put it together very quickly.
Yep.
And I think this year, I would like to get with the LBCA and see about moving the pancake breakfast below the hill, move the car show from the bottom of the hill up to the top. Utilize the tent that we're renting for, we put it right out on the street. We have those barricades that they can tie it down to. And we can use it for the pancake breakfast in case it's really hot, in case it's rainy out. We already got the tables and stuff, so why are we double renting everything? Utilize what we have, move the car show, then the car show, if they wanna go to the Legion, they just leave. We head right on out. I've already talked to people. I've already got it set up to where we can get a generator to have down there that we can use for the band, so we no longer have to be running cords all over the place. We can use it for the pancake breakfast if needed. If they need anything, like we have to put in any portable pans because it might be hot or whatever out there. But I would like to see a flip flop. Use it together, shut the street off. It would have to be shut off probably Thursday afternoon until probably Sunday. So we can utilize it for Friday night, Saturday pancake breakfast, Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, tear down on Sunday.
Thought we were thinking about doing Thursday night music in the park.
If you wanna do it, you can, it's already gonna be set up. That's why I said it's Thursday afternoon, they're gonna have to come in and set it up.
Where were you think you would set the tent itself then?
Right out in front of the bars, right where I do the blues,
Yep.
right where we do the blues. And we'd use the tent and bring everything down. Dave, would that be a problem bringing all those grills and everything down there?
We
And you-
trailer them anyways.
I say we load them all on.
And just use it at the bottom and still up here. And use your car chauffeur up here.
How do you get the cars up here that are all coming in?
They just come in from the opposite way.
If you map it ahead of time and let them know. They will know.
But I just think it'd be, because a lot of times you want to keep it going, but the weather, you always play into a factor where if we got a tent, utilize it for everything.
Yep.
Put it right out there, make a big to-do on
Yeah.
it. Get some well-known bands that come in where we can advertise all over and get a lot of people coming in.
Just the sight of the tent and the road.
Be way better.
It's gonna be, yeah, instead of hidden back there in the grass, you know,
Yeah. Like I was saying with that bounce house when it was behind, I forgot all about it.
right?
I'm like, oh, that's right. And
we
nobody
can use
driving is gonna
everything
see
right
that.
out on the cement. We can even use it from the side right there in front of Aaron's, right next to Copeland's.
So if you're suggesting this, you're gonna, the thing I would say is you're gonna have to go talk to,
LBCA,
right,
correct?
because they're the ones you're gonna have.
But is everybody okay
I
to go
I
and-
love the idea.
I think it's a good
I do
idea,
too.
to go and have a meeting with them and try to join forces?
right?
And make it good for
Absolutely.
everybody, not just this party here, make it good for Langsberg as a
Yeah.
whole.
How many people fit under this?
Oh, man.
You can get any size tent that you want. Last year we went with a 40 by 80 and we had 12 tables in there that you could put 12 chairs around them. And about 10 chairs. But if we went with before, when I used to do it, I used to go 40 by 100. And it's mammoth, and you can put all the tables you want. And we left one end open for the band. Well, you could put tables all the way through that whole thing and just take them down at the end. And still have room for the band to set up,
Do you think you'd
But-
put that like right on Grand River, or would you put it on?
right on Grand
Right on Grand
River,
River.
straight. Run it right
That's
through.
right.
We got the barricades there that we could just use to tie it down. Cause that was the problem before. We didn't have enough
You can't
barricades.
take it in.
They went out and bought a lot, got more of them because you would have to go into the cement with their,
Yeah.
nobody wanted to do that. But now we have enough barricades to where we can set it up, use it. Fence it all off and it would just be better for the whole. And it would also maybe even give people opportunity to see it that might want to come down and hang out more. Just sit underneath that. And we can bring in even more things.
I've served at the pancake breakfast every year, -1 since I was 12. And we always need more tent. Every year we need more tent, because it's either raining or it's super sunny. And so that eliminates people.
Correct. That's why I thought if we could move it,
So for the
instead
bigger-
of here, move it down to the bottom, just flip flop the two around. And have it down there and utilize it for everybody.
Yep.
LBCA, the DDA, the whole thing. I think it would just go over that much better. Because now when people get up, oh my gosh, it's gonna be 90 degrees. I don't wanna go. No, you got a tent. Sit underneath, relax, enjoy. You know, and if you guys down there want to do up a little dance routine, you could do it right out on the street right there while everybody's
We used to
going.
do it here.
I know. You know a few of them. But I would be happy to go and talk to the LBCA and see what they have, if they're willing, because it would have to be a joint effort between the two.
Yeah, you gotta get them on board with it, but. Yeah,
But I would like to see about just flip flop.
Do you have a committee that's not the board that you would
Huh?
have? That, that's kind of what the DDA wants you to do. You're in charge of the
Let
committee.
me,
But have
before I
people
go
help
through
you.
that process to see about putting together a committee. Impartial from DDA and LBCA that are outside people, let's make sure that the LBCA is on board and willing to go through with this. Because I think the quicker we get going and get them on board and if we're all good together, then we can go together. And see about putting up a committee to do this.
I think if you can do that without the DDA. So when you talk to them and you got people that wanna help, wanna be on this committee, anybody that's, you can just say, okay, we're having a meeting.
Okay.
And it doesn't have to be approved by the DDA, cause you're in charge of the actual.
Okay.
committee.
The actual.
When is the next LBCA meeting?
November 5th at
7:45
AM.
What time?
There we go.
Well, I know, that means I gotta be up even earlier to go down there and do this shit.
Out of the house, out of the house by then.
Sorry.
The fifth, so that would be next
This
Wednesday.
up and coming Wednesday, yep.
Next week.
Okay,
I,
I'll be there.
I will not be, I will be in.
Gotta love
eighth-
it.
Eighth grade, Washington DC. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. Government shut down my school system, I guess,
Put
but
the wreath on the.
yeah,
No, great. That's pretty
I've never
cool.
been to Washington DC, so I'm excited.
Fun,
Yeah.
fun trip.
Okay, sounds like you got that.
I did it.
But I would continue, like I would try to make that meeting, find out what the temperature was like. And if it's lukewarm or better, then get
I was gonna say.
Say 1,
somebody
4, 5.
with you. Yeah. And then get after it. Redo the signs, welcome signs. Yeah,
At both ends.
you got a price. Press, 3 times more we paid for them, I think.
I couldn't find anywhere where, I don't know how long ago it was.
It was a long time ago.
Oh,
I couldn't find how much we paid for them.
One guy wants between 6,000 and 8,000 a piece,
4 and 6.
4 and 6, so you're talking about. Let's say if he did the
Oh.
top, that'd be 12 grand. Could redo them, but he said they'd be fantastic. No, he's the guy.
are they guaranteed for life?
10 years.
Oh, really? He did say that? Oh, okay.
He said that they're beautiful signs and you don't see those signs anymore. But it also takes a lot to get them back to where they were.
The other guy was take a picture of it. Put a metal sign up and put your sticker in the front of it that looks exactly like it. For 26, so $5,200.
So new ones for $5,600, but.
Well, they'd be,
They're not new.
they're not be like that. They're
It wouldn't be
wood.
what's there now.
These would be an aluminum with a graphic picture of the sign. And I don't know if you've ever looked at the signs up close. They're pretty detailed. They are really.
They're very.
The Lions is talking about redoing their sign. Are each of the people that's on there responsible for doing their own sign?
I mean,
I think they're talking about the big wooden ones on each other.
Yeah, the
Not
welcome
the,
signs,
not the
the welcome
smaller.
signs.
Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about now, okay.
The welcome to Langsford sign.
Yeah, the one that's up by the hill with the grass.
They were
Yeah.
hand painted, they're sandblasted, redwood, they were sandblasted. And
Oh,
they were,
okay,
then
gotcha.
they're hand painted, then they're sealed. And they've been done, I thought, twice since they've been up.
Yes, the last time I did them, they were like $4,500 or $5,500 and we had to take them up to Lake Cloud.
Was that a piece or was that
That was together,
together?
but we had to drive them up to White Cloud and since then, them two married couple don't get along anymore, so that company's going.
I think both of these companies, well, the one would bring it out after it was done and put it on, but I believe the one that was the higher price, he would take it to the shop.
Now, does that include the redoing the post and
Yeah,
everything?
both of
does.
those are.
Last time we did the post, or I did the post.
Yeah,
Myself,
we
took them down. right?
Does the expensive one have a photograph of something he's done in the past?
Yeah, they,
The
his
town that he's done in the
website
past?
did, his
Okay.
website did have, yeah, they bring him back to original. I mean, he kind of went through exactly what he was gonna do. They were gonna, like, they would take every single detail, like all the, cause it's like 3D.
Yeah, it's 3D.
So they take all that off and put it back on and it's beautiful. And then he also did say paint is a lot better than it used to be because they get UV, it doesn't fade like the old paint and.
Oh, gotcha.
That's the one at the.
Are they identical?
Yes.
Yeah.
The one at the bottom,
There's one in front of the fire.
Right
By the fire.
Oh, that over there.
The other one's over here on the corner.
I see the Meridian one every day.
That's-
They are outside our district, but we bought them and we put them up for local Langsburg.
Oh, it's promoting links.
Correct. I think we paid, like, it seemed like it was $5,000 back when but it was 30 years ago. I think it was 30.
And
years
this
ago.
time it's 12,000 for both or 12,000 a piece?
12,000 people.
Oh,
Yeah.
Anywhere from 8 to 12.
4 to 6 is the one estimate. The other one was 2,600 for the aluminum.
but the aluminum sounds cheaper, the way that it's being.
It
So
might,
it's just, it's gonna last probably longer.
it probably lasts a little longer. It's not gonna be, it's pretty, but I don't.
The guy,
The
the
guy,
expensive one, I mean, he was very impressed with the sign. He thought it was.
he said, whatever you
a
do,
work of
don't
art.
throw them away.
Yeah, he's like.
He said, take them inside and
Yeah.
keep them somewhere,
You just don't. find-
because you don't find those like that.
The one that we currently have.
Yeah.
And there isn't any way of redoing the paint and making it look better.
That's what he's going to do.
That's, so it's gonna take what we have.
Correct.
He's gonna take the whole sign with him,
Redo it.
take it to his shop.
And that's what they did before. They literally, when we got them back, they looked like brand spanking new. Like,
Yeah.
they refurbished them.
Yeah, yeah. Refurbish
A
it.
piece.
Versus,
We don't need to move on it immediately, but
Can we get pictures?
it is a lot of
For
money,
both
but
or no?
the signs are amazing. It
It's,
would be sad to have
Yeah.
just like.
I don't want metal.
So, out of metal,
I know, it's like,
go for
Yeah.
it.
Did he by chance give you a time frame as to how?
30 days, I think is what he
Also.
said he would
So
get
if
him.
we decided to do it after winter, so you got a nice long spring, summer, fall before winter hits, so we got a little bit of time to think.
I would say try to make your, think about it, see what you think. And then it doesn't hurt maybe to stop out there and look at the sign, because if you do get up and look at the sign, literally, they are pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna get that with a
It's very
picture.
detailed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know that everybody don't drive by it like that, but when they're bright,
See a
they're
picture
super
of it.
cool.
And he
You
said,
can really
you'll,
see. it's
you know,
like
of course, he was like, you'll be amazed once it's done.
Mhm.
The color will be back and all the detail.
Looking at it. And there's Blake.
It's not gonna be faded like it looks right now.
Right.
Yeah, like, you know, like,
Yeah.
he's like the
It'd be
burgundy.
sad to let that
burgundy.
go.
And he said nowadays, because, you know, that's why I said 10 years, because the paint's UV, it's a UV paint now where they didn't have that before and the way.
Cause they're not that old, are they?
How much on
30 years.
Are they really?
20 grand.
20 grand on the site. And then
Yeah.
That thing looks like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
compared to-
These beautiful signs. I don't know, I think we
What was
should
left
seriously
of it?
consider redoing them as opposed to going to some.
Think about it and just either next month or maybe in January. Take a look at, is his website,
I don't have it with me, but I can email it to you guys.
yeah, email it to him so they can look at his stuff.
Yep.
And then make a decision in the next month or January.
I
And then
mean,
he
if
can
they're that
have it
nice,
and have them back by spring.
I'd like to see it stuff.
well, not only that, but if they're that nice and he's saying we should store them and never get rid of them, what are we gonna do with 2 signs that are, if we don't use them?
Like, go to the historian.
Yeah, like he said, put them in your city hall, do something with them, just don't get rid of them.
Yeah.
You can't find the signs like that.
I say refurbish them. but-
Motion to approve RFP for landscaping contract.
So you guys wanted to do a new, put out an RFP for landscaping, just to make sure that you're all paying what you should be paying for the landscaping. A couple of months ago, I put an RFP together, it's needed to be approved, changed. But when you're ready to do that, it's ready to go.
That should be done like same thing, either next month or January, because you want to give the person or company, whoever it might be, even if it's the same month, chance to take a look and give the advice.
But she wants a motion, so it's ready.
Right.
Do we need any more business profile information? That's the only thing. Years in business is. We asking for references? Oh, yeah, we have references. Okay, never mind. I'll make a motion to approve the RFP document as written.
1 second.
And a second. All in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? The only thing I have left is I have bills for the park. Not a lot, but some. These are ones that I incurred. I did buy lunch for anyone who was with me when I was down there and worked. And actually, when the day we poured concrete, I bought dinner for the little boys and Mike bought a round for the guys too. But I have a Menards bill of 180.62, MPC of 341, Leonard's Hardware $9.50. Twigs was $466.23. That was no tip, it was just the bill. And those were several times. 47, 122, 58, 73, 136, and 27. And those were for anyone who was there working with me. If we ate lunch, I bought their lunch and my own. The guy who pumped the concrete for us, $750, which was a smoking deal. He ended up, I don't know, he just said no, if you guys are, the concrete guy that helped lay the concrete, Holton, Casey, he didn't charge anything, and his worker. Boyd had his, workers down there and himself and his equipment, and no bill came from him. So the total that's owed back to me was $1,749.52. Duty well drilling, he set that well up that was on the property, put a faucet there and hooked it all up and put a tank in the ground, so that was used to sprinkle the grass and it'll be able to be used for whatever we need. That was $2,895. Spencer Miller was the guy who hydro seeded it. His bill was $1,610. And then Dan Woodbury, he hauled all that topsoil for me. I told him to give me he still hasn't given me a bill, so I don't know what that bill's gonna be yet. But that's just to let you guys know, basically. This has already been approved, so I don't need anything. It's still under our budget, but I don't know what Dan's bill's gonna be, but I would guess that's gotta be at least maybe $5,000. That's maybe more. Cause he brought me 150 yards of topsoil. Brought it all and bought. So. That's it. She did pay a bill to the concrete, which was $33.39. And I got receipts here. I do have a credit card, but I didn't put my credit card bill in here. So if someone wants to see it, you're more than welcome to come to my house and
I wanna
look
see
at
it.
that. per-
As long as it has the number on.
Yeah. So those are my bills for that. And then the way we talked is that we're gonna put them out in the spring, all the pieces. And the grass is coming really good.
Real good.
It looks awesome.
The one thing that I would suggest or like, you have bought a building or whatever, put on the concrete, right?
Okay.
Shed. Good. That fence that's there is, well, it's not really a fence. It's just a chunk of wood that's really fallen down. That kind of needs to be replaced. I don't know if the owner of the pharmacy, thank you. I don't think it's on their property. I think it's on the city property because there's a wall there. A concrete wall, lock wall with a lid on
The bank's put it up.
it inside of
It
that.
was an insurance thing for the bank, they're the ones that put it up.
Okay,
Oh.
so someone didn't fall. And it probably needs to be there, but it's
No,
just shot. It needs to be that way.
Because there's things
Picket
like
that we have over here and over here.
Gotcha.
Just, and it's a short piece. It's probably, what, there's 1, 2, 3, it must be about 24, maybe 30 foot. So, I would suggest putting that in or having someone put it in. And that should be it, other than putting the pieces in place. And if there is any money left, it wouldn't hurt. We did pour a extra set of pads for the bagel. it bagel?
Yep.
Bagel toss. There's two sets of them and we only have one game. And then she's working on whatever we're gonna put down for the shuffleboard. Yeah, she's trying to,
Was it like an epoxy of some sort?
It's a stencil.
oh, and then you
And
epoxy it.
stencil's like
Or paint.
$800.
Yeah.
I'm like. Work it out.
I don't know if you're.
Yeah.
Lansing, they actually have a.
Oh, from
Yeah, 'cause
the
you
shuffle?
You
they
can get
put that down,
the,
But that's like
yeah, that.
15 or 20 grand.
Yeah, well, and there's a thing that you can buy to like lay on there, and I don't know if it's like sticks on there or does something, but. I don't think that was even more expensive than the stencil, that's what she's going with the stencil.
Now, I just got a question. I think it looks great. Should we put up a little fence along from the front of the pharmacy going towards?
If you're to do that, I thought about that.
The
because-
reason why is
because it's-
because I'm just worried about a little kid
Pretty-
jumping off from there and
Yeah.
going down, breaking his
They do it
ankle.
now.
I know, but I'm just saying now you got the
There's
park there.
skateboards on there, so I thought broken.
There you could put something low, you know, that's only 30 inches or 40 inches or whatever, so you can still see in there. And just take it down to that first bend.
That's what I was wondering,
Yeah,
because I'm
just
just
be on
worried
the
about a
tree.
little kid in there. And
That probably would
We
be
don't
better.
have
The video, I mean, like, the games that are up front, we don't have anything that's like.
No, that
running or
pocket
doing
or
your-
whatever,
the
that one's got
connect.
center up, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just concerned about liability, because when people are so happy nowadays, any way to get a quick buck. You know, we've tried to prevent it, we put it up, your kid jumped over the fence and landed flat on his face.
Dave, Can you get a price? Can you get a price from whoever did those? To do that piece and have them at least give us an estimate on a piece there too, a shorter piece.
Where you live, like what's over here?
Correct, to match this and what's on the walkway over there, that white 6 foot, cause that needs to be blocked right off, that's fine. Any questions? Go ahead.
Just quick, is there gonna be any signage around there or anything?
Just people out there playing, hopefully, and everybody stops to find out what they're doing.
Once the games are out there, you'll know what it,
Yeah,
what it is.
I
They're
don't
all
know
not,
about people though, you know,
they don't,
kind of have to spell it out sometimes.
they're old.
most
Like
people don't
games.
read the signs.
That's fine.
You can do the chess.
All right, we can get out of here.
No?
Not yet.
I got a couple.
We have the
thousand.
board, we have- we, it's.
The
it's
pieces.
like-
Yeah.
Oh,
It's-
okay, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
That's
We haven't got
duty
that.
bill right there.
You guys took it,
Am I writing the?
Yeah, it's 2 hands. And then
You never do it.
I was gonna say, I always
the
forgot.
other one,
But